All right, everybody, we're back this week for another set of ClassTyme.
Word.
We have social studies this morning only because we're behind on it. I decided not to do anything over the weekend. There's just too much.
Yep.
So
Yep.
now we're back on Monday. This afternoon we have to go and get a new packet, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not even done. I'm behind. Like always.
Well,
Special guest.
Till Wednesday. So.
Special guest is Barry
Anything.
and Baby Daisy. All right. So today I'm doing social studies.
So just kind of talk about what you're doing.
So I am doing stuff.
What is it about?
Spelling. It's not spelling.
Great
social
way to start it off.
studies. It is I'm trying to find the title.
On a positive note, the other channel has 267 subscribers. So yay, thank you for that.
Workers in industrial age. Boom. Said something right.
Okay. So what are we doing? You want me to read some or what?
No.
What's going on? What are we doing?
I'm reading about riots and stuff, okay?
Riots? Hold on. Oh my god. Child labor.
Laws.
Ridiculous. Okay, so this is Counting on Grace by Elizabeth Winthrop. This is American literature. The purpose is to explore a novelist's perspective on child labor in the early 1900s. Then here's the background information. Elizabeth Winthrop, 1948 to, I guess, still alive, was inspired to write Counting on Grace after seeing a photograph of a 12-year-old named Addie at a work and textile mill in Vermont. The photograph, taken by child labor photographer Lewis Hine in 1910, has been reprinted hundreds of times as it even appeared on a U.S. postage stamp. So that's the one that we showed you. I am related to Sean Connery. Okay, so explore the text. Boom.
All right, time to go inside.
Yeah, that kind of sounds good. The cheese version. It's soft, so it should come out pretty good. That sounds pretty good. You can even toast the bread a bit on just oil in it, though. How are you going to toast the bread?
I don't know if I can.
So cook the eggs first, and then drain out the oil, and then cook the bread, and then put it together. You put the cheese on the bread, and then put it together.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Hurrah.
It needs the dry goods. Being Bedouin, we keep all of our food and our goods with us at all times. In case we have to pack it up and move out. Many fires, many floods in our life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
Child labor sucks.
No.
It does, but then you get a whole bunch of like lazy, unethical people too, because they're taking it the other way.
There's child workers and then there's brats.
Yeah.
And sometimes both.
If you have to have a reasonable amount of discipline and work ethic, but I mean, we're talking about like days and days of very low pay and very long hours, and they don't get to play games, and it's really bad on their bodies, and they have to breathe really bad chemicals. And what do you want?
We're doing pacing. I don't know.
I have to go fix something. You can go fix it for me.
Yeah.
See this? It's flowing freely in the breeze. I need to get it pinned down to the ground or something.
That's
like
cool.
with a brick, a few bricks, something that I can stake into the ground.
Okay, then you need to get, I'll do a couple bricks, but you need to get her out. She's in that, try to get in that bag.
What bag?
And it has our cheese and stuff in it.
Right.
Cats are being badass for always. There's something freely flying in the wind. There's nothing going on.
It's not for you.
Kitten! That was a kitten.
Wild living.
Be like.
Okay, so are you reading it?
Yeah, but yeah.
Are you reading it out loud?
No.
I haven't heard anything. Tell me.
Mm. It was literally just talking about the settings and stuff. Nobody needs to know.
Please?
Okay. I lost where it was. Alright. Explore the text. The scene. inside a huge textile factory or thread mill in Vermont in the year 1910. Workers in the mill operate fast-moving, noisy machines that produce spools of thread used to make cloth. And the mill is noisy and dirty. Workers have no relief from the hot, stale air because of the windows are nailed shut. The characters. The storyteller is a 12-year-old girl named Grace who has just started working at the thread mill. Other characters include Grace's mother, her papa, her sister Delia, and several friends who also worked at the mill. The mill. What the hell? How do you even say it? Mill or meal?
Mill.
Mill?
Mill.
So hard to say.
M-I-L-L is hard to say.
Yeah.
Mill?
Mill. Take all my energy.
Oh my god.
The plot. Grace has recently left school to go work at the thread mill. I'd rather work at the thread mill than school.
I still think that was the general consensus of most people.
In a Vermont town in 1910. It is her first day on the job. Through first-person narrative, Grace describes the stressful mill environment and the difficult, fast-paced work she and the other factory workers must do. Seems a lot easier than school.
I don't think so.
To me. School, you literally just have to read stuff. That's way hard.
Yeah, well, the people took it for granted because they became really stupid later in life, and they couldn't figure out how to get out of working like that because they had no time to go to school. So they just worked in those mills until they died, and that is a waste of a life.
Yeah.
Because they had no access to education. So don't take it for granted. I mean, school isn't bad. The way that you've been taught has been bad.
Technically, I guess.
I mean, you dishonor Toth every time you say that you hate school and you don't like learning.
No, the school dishonors it.
Come on, dude, get with it today.
All right.
It's
So now
Monday.
the story truly begins.
Yeah, this is Monday Guru. Everybody gets to see, happy weekend Guru, but this is Monday Guru.
Yeah. It's Monday morning. I hate Monday mornings.
Well, dude.
Because Monday is the beginning of the week, and then the morning of Monday means the beginning. And yeah, just watch my previous video. Green Talks.
It sounds exactly like last week. So.
It's because it's the same. I have no different POV. I've been in the mill lots of times. Summers have ever since I was 9. I've been cooking the hot meal for. It has a weird. It's like mamir.
What?
Mamir? What's it say?
Here, take this.
Mamire or mamire?
Let me see.
Mamir or mamire?
I gotta get the potatoes started. Okay, it says Mamiere.
Mamire.
Hey, you should know that that's French. It was mother.
Well, I don't know how
or
it looks.
grandmother. Let's see. I haven't been able to follow you at all here. All right.
Someone listening.
The plot.
This is the third time.
Grace has recently left school to work at the thread mill. Okay. Dad hasn't been here either. He was outside. Grace describes the stressful mill environment and the difficult, fast-paced work she and other factories must do. Okay, so imagine being the age that you are now. And just listen, okay? Just imagine this was your life. You were a 12-year-old girl in Vermont. I've been in the mill lots of times. Summers, ever since I was 9. I've been cooking the hot meal for Mommy and Papa and Delia and taking the dinner pails in the middle of the day. Delia let me push her bobbin dolly. I played mobile tea peg or the bobbin with Doogie and Bridget and Felix in the summer Superboy in the spinning room. But now I'm here to work, not play. So she's saying when she was like around 9, she was able to come and bring food down and play with other kids and stuff around the mill. Not anymore. Now she's here to work. She's only 12.
Well, this sucks.
The air in the mill is stuffy and linty and sweaty at the same time because all day long water sprays down on the frames like little hoses on the ceiling.
Is it technically good because it's hot?
No. Wet keeps the threads from breaking. The windows are shut tight even in the summer. You don't breathe too deep for fear you might be sucking down your throat.
Okay, that sucks.
You're not supposed to work in the mill until you're 14, but visiting is fine. Friend Johnny likes us kids going in and out all the time. He says that way we get used to the work.
14 still isn't
I know.
a good age. Not until 16 at least.
The only people you worry about The only people you worry about are the state inspectors. When French Johnny blows the whistle, all the kids in the mill, even the ones just visiting, know to run as fast as we can so we can hide in the elevator that carries the cotton between the floors.
Oh wait, after this real quick, should I change into my school clothes?
Yeah, probably. The inspector always stops at the front office and dawdles around there for a while so his kids have time to hide. Seems like you don't really want to find us. He's probably getting paid off then. We skitter across the room like those big cockroaches that come up through the floorboards in the summertime. The mothers make a wall of them out of themselves to hide us. It gets hot in that old elevator and the inspector can take hours to look through the mill top to bottom.
To be honest, even if I got paid for working in that stupid mill, even when I was 14, I would not do it.
Yeah, but
No matter how much I got
what if
paid.
Dad and I were like totally incompetent and we were like sick and you were the only one that could work?
There's other ways to get paid.
Be a prostitute.
No, there's other ways to get paid besides that. You could like, wasn't there like restaurants back then? You know, here's an easy way. If your parents are sick and dying, you can just go to work at a restaurant and just steal
It
stuff.
was a different time, dude. I mean, maybe stealing stuff is more honorable, but I don't know.
Because this is just wrong.
A couple
Is there
kids-
still a mill these days?
No.
Good.
Well, not here in America, supposedly, but there are places like in China and Thailand.
There's no point.
And, I mean, those are called sweatshops. Remember
Yeah, people have so much money. They should like change those mills.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's a whole different subject, but it is still is social studies. It's the redistribution of wealth concept. If you were to redistribute all the wealth from all the really super rich people in the world down to all of the super poor people, each person would get about $50,000. And I know that should be
That's
about a
about-
year's wage, and that might
that's
screw
only-
some things up for a couple of years. But then people start working and doing it right. I think that would be fine. But yeah, that's how much money the rich people have compared to people like us.
They get like
we make
five.
we make $17,000 a year, and there's people that make $17,000 a second.
What?
I'm not
Not
even
even a
kidding.
minute?
No, not even a minute. Like a second.
How do you even have that much money? I mean, I feel sick every time I pay restaurants money, and like not restaurants, but like shops money because apparently they just toss money into a fire.
Eventually, yeah, but no, it goes into the books, and it's like it's part of the whole record. It's just fake. It's all fake. Anyway, so here we go.
Real fast. This is still good.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Bruh,
That's why I kept
this
it.
place.
Okay, so it gets hot in that old elevator, and the inspector can take hours to look through the bill top to bottom. A couple kids fainted last August, and French Johnny had to throw cold water on them when they slid up in the metal doors. And it feels so good myself, but I didn't say a word. You look kind of green, Pierre Gagnon said to me when we filed out. Green Grace, Felix shouted, and everybody called me that for a while. When nobody was looking, I smacked Felix hard on top of his head. By the time we turned around, I was gone. I've got fast feet, fast hands, and fast fingers.
I can be.
Now
fast.
I'm really going to need them.
I can be fast, but I can't. I don't have to.
Okay, so here's some determining the meeting. So how can you use context clues to figure out what the dinner pails were?
Doesn't she like bring them? She says she used to bring them to the dinner table and stuff. Aren't they like food?
Yeah, she said I've
Obviously.
been cooking the hot meal for Mamier and Papa and Delia and taking in the dinner pails in the middle of the day. So it's like obviously it has something to do with
Like a
food.
plate.
Yeah.
Like a plate.
Okay. Okay. So a bobbin dolly is a cart holding rolls of thread.
Hey, what again? A Bobby dolly?
Bobbin dolly.
I thought. Okay, it sounds like a doll type of doll you'd have inside a box.
Bubblet peg is a game of skill in which players toss a knife so it sticks in the ground. So you would throw it up and then let it. Yeah, that sounds safe.
I know, right?
And
What, a
Linty, huh?
A knife?
Yeah.
Steve told me about that. He used to do it.
It's about the right time. Yeah. Linty, filled with floating bits of cloth fibers called lint, which you know what that is because we have asthma and eventually we have to deal with lint. Sounds good still. When these get too linty, they go onto animal
Aren't they
blankies.
types of fabric? Pieces of fabric?
Yeah, like balls.
I need the phone so I can see here. 'Cause I gotta get paper towels out.
Ow.
Hey everybody, it's a hand.
Okay, so this photograph is taken by Lewis Hine in 1908. It shows a textile mill in South Carolina. So that is a textile mill in South Carolina.
There's no reason for
That
people.
would be hot.
There is no reason for people to be poor these days, man. No reason. Can you believe a year salary for a normal person gets paid 1 second for a rich person? I mean, WTF?
All right. So
This is
how did
not right.
working conditions change during the industrial age?
We say it.
Here, you got to do your work here. It's like got a whole graph situation. Do you have all of your working stuff? Your
Well, we'll be right back. I have to get all my stuff, and I'm going to change into my working clothes.
all right. In the meantime, let's see.
Can I have my clothes?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's really hard. When I'm fixing myself, I show too much skin, in my opinion. Okay.
When you're what?
Fixing
I'm trying
yourself.
to fix my poncho. I don't want to fix my skin.
You wear shorts though.
Okay, boy.
You know,
What, Mom?
you wear shorts though.
Yeah.
So Steve has all of his cameras like through the phones, through the computers and everything. He has tape over them.
I know. You can tell when they're on though. There's a little thing that comes up every now and then, a little tiny green dot right
Yeah,
here,
I've
and it's
seen
like,
it.
what's up with that?
I've
You
seen
know,
it.
so it's recording something.
Yeah.
I mean, the TVs are even smart, so I'm sure that they have some sort of technology as well. Try to do more than one at a time.
I know, maybe 2 or 3. We'll see. Where is it?
I have actually 2 of mine out right now.
Mom's got 2 of those out, so both of those might be long.
Honey, can you come get these kittens? They're trying to get into the beans.
These ones?
Yes.
1 and 2.
If anybody's here watching, this is awkward. They're
That's why
not.
You're covering it with the
Yeah, but you still hear us.
la 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 la.
Yep.
And then now here's the girl with the child labor laws. That's what this is about today.
Good. I just lost hearing.
What the hell is it? Something
Like
to
it's doing the beep.
like earlier when was it last night or this morning?
This morning.
Completely gone. Can you get those cats there on the beans again?
You guys.
And they're doing a balancing act and everything else.
Come on. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Take the shells. I'm gonna do 6. Should that
Pull
be
your
good?
hair up.
I know. I'm gonna do 6. Should that be good?
But don't worry,
Yeah.
I know where my stuff is. What?
The kitten's eating an eggshell. It's fine.
Whatever.
Okay, brush your hair into the 2.
This is awkward.
Yeah, no, we kind of started early. We just kind of just started in without thinking about it today.
It's Monday morning. Don't make me say why.
There's a clippy right there.
Again.
Where?
It's gonna be
In
my
my
new
bag.
motto. Like saying
What?
Monday morning. You know, instead of saying baby culture yourself, Monday morning suck.
You
Yeah,
can,
there
you
you
can go like this, honey. You can just show
Hashtag.
that kitty.
Do this, and then I need a mug sharpener.
Happy sleeping kitty. Can you kind of straighten out your green screen area back there? It's kind of wrinkly.
Yeah, to my bed.
Happy sleeping kitty. Yep, as long as it's and away from the food.
Like that. Is that better?
Yeah.
That?
Come on, baby. Everything's better.
Look at that.
Nope, it's scary.
I even have a clipboard.
Back to this.
Got a clipboard even. I got a clipboard.
Okay.
I got a clipboard.
All right.
Like magic, I am all good now. And
So
my
here
hair's
you
still
go.
starting to
Now you have to.
Monday mornings.
Oh god, I don't know what they're thinking. All right, here we go. Do the work. I got to do uploads.
I got it.
Yep.
Excuse me. Monday morning video hike. Does this need to be sharpened? No. All right.
This cat is so offended by that.
Look how bright it is. It's so adorable.
Okay, do your work. Don't be distracted.
All right. Directions. Search for evidence in Chapter 18, Lesson 4 to help you enter the...
19 days until subject.
Really? Nope. Work's done.
What happened?
19 days
That's
until
less than a
appears in the
week.
kingdom.
Wait, that's not less than a week. That's like 2 weeks. All right. Well, you want work done, I can get sooner.
We should have our attacks.
1. Describing.
Okay.
How did workers' conditions change during the industrial age? They didn't say anything about the industrial age, did they?
It did. It was at the beginning. So go back to the very beginning.
Ah, come on. All this work. There's so much. Oh, I can do all this today. I have a whole nother week, luckily. Oh, I forgot. People started becoming less money and stuff, and they need to earn money a lot more. Because that's all that's like the world is anymore. Right? Ah. There. Already been about 5 minutes. So, the working changed in the industrial age because, like, everything started to become poor and stuff. Isn't there, like, bad weather? Yes.
Read it, dude. Read the context clues and make sure you understand it before you try to answer.
Oh, this is going to take up the rest of my lifetime.
Look at that.
And maybe even my
This
child's.
is schooling.
Why do
Do you have the salt?
No.
Oh wait, you don't need it if you're gonna.
What do you think?
I love
Really
the
perfect.
girl.
Do you like them crispy like that?
Yes.
Oh, the use of machinery increased. So, and currently everything became 10 times more dangerous because everybody knows that. More machinery being used. Was it worth it, people? Was it really worth it increasing the uses of machinery when people probably died? No.
Yes, George.
Let's think about it.
Mm-mm.
We created machinery. What uses did it bring in the beginning? People died. That's a not use. People got hurt. That's a bad thing. Maybe. And then also your budget increases by like you're spending a bunch of more money to create this stuff. Was it worth it?
You just focus.
It's about this.
It's not your opinion on the social stance of it right now. It's just writing down what it's been about. We can go over your opinion about it in a little bit because goddess knows I have mine.
What
But
a
right
coincidence.
now, you just have to work.
What a
on
coincidence.
That.
I can put my nose down here.
Oh, there you go.
But I like talking about it more because I feel like everybody's watching me, even so 0 people watching.
He really needs to do a debate, honey.
He's so no, because even when he's wrong, you just want him to shut up. So you'll say that.
I smell like weird.
Oh, look at this.
I smell like a coconut.
I don't get the stirrups because that's just dangerous. But
All
I
right.
like everything else. on it.
Identifying
I like that.
causes.
That's interesting.
Complete the table. Why workers organize labor unions? Leader does first. Okay, let's just go back. Okay, I have to do it steps. Identifying causes. Complete the table. Why workers organize the labor unions? Oh, it makes more sense to me now because I wasn't really paying attention to my own reading. How is that even possible? Be more efficient. Number 1. It's very easy. Why workers organize labor unions? To be more efficient. Number 2. Why workers organize labor unions? COVID. They had to separate people out. No, I'm gonna get safe right now. Why workers organize labor unions to be more efficient? I literally cannot think of anything else besides to be efficient. because if you have all the people in one area, it's not really efficient. But if you put them in separate areas, but lesser people, probably more efficient. I don't know. Put in the comments below. Much more efficient, having everybody in one spot or having smaller people separated all out.
What's the question?
Why workers organize labor unions?
Why did they organize it?
Yeah, to be more efficient.
No, to be treated fairly. They were not treated fairly.
Oh, I got that one wrong.
I don't remember talking about that though.
I know, right?
Let me go through that again.
We'll be right back.
I mean, I don't recall discussing that at all.
Is this my fault?
Oh wait, there was stuff before this. See, look at. I don't remember reading this. You didn't read this to me. The unions take action and all that. The American Federation of Labor. That's all. That's like all. You didn't read that to me.
Oh.
So we need to talk about that.
I love talking. What the stuff I want to.
Did we talk about the industrial workforce? We talked about sweatshops. Remember that? Okay, so the growth of labor unions is what we were on.
I love reading.
Okay, so why did workers form labor unions? So what we'll do is we'll just go, I guess, question by question and just go back and discuss it. Okay, so
those
listen.
eggs do not smell good though.
What?
Those eggs do not smell normal.
They smell fine.
They smell like a wet dog. What was that me?
Dude, what you're smelling
might be my
is the
hair.
oil.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Look at this, dude. I mean, look.
they look fine. What's wrong with you?
But the smell though, it smells like wet dog. Could be my
It's
hair.
avocado oil. Okay, so dissatisfied workers organized into groups, labor unions, to demand better pay and working conditions. So that's why they
better
did it.
pay and working
So
conditions.
earlier in the 1800s, skilled workers in certain trades or crafts had formed unions. These trade unions represented only one trade, however, and had too few members to have a wide impact. By the mid-1800s, as working conditions worsened, labor leaders looked to include larger numbers of workers in their unions.
Okay.
Okay, so to demand better pay and working conditions is the answer that you're looking for.
To demand better pay and working conditions?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I
Wow.
taught you how to go back and look for those context clues and everything to figure out what they want from you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really listen to mom because I did not have this type of help when I was growing up. I just randomly put stuff or didn't do it.
Demand
No. Come on, baby. I don't want you over here with your baby hair now. I really do not.
pay and better. Totally got that one right there. All right. Totally got that right. Totally to be more efficient. Boom.
It's not funny. It's Monday.
Yeah. 2 unions. Union, leader, membership. They even had membership back then. What the?
Oh yeah.
God damn. You have to have a membership for like YouTube, and you have to have Prime Video and Netflix.
That's subscriptions.
Yeah,
I mean,
also
I guess it is
membership.
a membership, yeah. Okay, so what's the next question?
2 unions. Wait, and it's summarizing. Fill in the table with information about 2 early unions. There's Knights of Labor. Oh, I remember them. The Knights of Labor.
Yeah,
Weren't they
yeah,
like something
that
about
was like
rights?
the first
Yep.
union.
Didn't they like do something to make people have better rights?
Yeah, it was for labor union and rights and stuff to make sure people
And
got
then-
treated fairly.
American
That's what this whole thing's
Federation
about.
of Labor.
Mhm.
The Knights of Labor were cool. But it's no fair that people have to fight for rights.
I know, but what is the question?
Right about the. I'm so bad at this. Who's the leader of the Knights of Labor? That was early in the text, so let's go back because I don't know how to answer or talk about that.
No, I told you I don't
Wait.
want you this one. Come on.
Here's the American Federation of Labor. Was that one of them? They wanted. There's literally a whole thing about it. Well, that was easy. The leader, and I need to know. Wait, can I just go?
It's only your baby's bad
Okay,
thing.
I can just go.
No.
Sounds good.
She was back up there trying to get to that bag that I was just dealing
There's a
with.
spray bottle.
You're showing your baby bad things.
Mm-hmm. Look there's another one there now.
I want to hurt you. I really don't want anybody else anymore there. I really don't like that
Whoa!
either.
The questions. The questions for the answers. The answers for the questions we just answered are the same area. That's what we're trying to find now. So this is too easy.
Once you know where to find the information, it is easy.
This is literally literally the thing of here is literally called the thing I'm trying to find. That's a bad moment right there. All right, so it must be in this area because
What?
next
Look at this.
No, nice.
That's the 6th one.
the rights. Oh, sorry. The rights of working women is not going to be there, so it's going to be here.
Yeah, this isn't just about knowing the materials, knowing about how to do research and everything properly. Find the information that you're looking for so that you don't waste time like people do.
Yes. And that is really important, dude. Because,
Oh.
like I said, I did not have that. So,
Wait. President of the... So Jewish immigrant Samuel Goppers, the practical-minded president of the Cigar Makers Union, led the AFL. Jesus, that's a lot of things in the first, Jewish immigrant Samuel Gompers, the practical-minded president of the Cigar Makers Union, led the AFL. Whoa. They made that tricky. So it's Samuel Goppers is the leader, right? By the looks of that.
a little bit less. They dump it into that.
Does this sound right?
Water.
In the water, it'll I don't know what'll happen, but I guess, yeah.
That's
Not
right.
the same.
No.
I'm gonna call you Neff now because on video.
Okay.
Is this right?
What?
Jewish immigrant Samuel Gompers, the practical-minded president of the Cigar Makers Union, led the AFL, American Federal of Labor, and then the leader. Do I write that as a leader? Samuel Gompers. John.
Let me see. Make sure this is what I think so.
Okay.
It says summarizing, fill the table information about 2 early units. Yes.
Okay.
So the leader and then the type of membership, and then the leader and the type of membership.
I already found the leader for the two for
Okay, so yeah.
American Fed. Jesus, that's a lot of words. All right.
Do you have the cheese now?
Yeah, right there. I gotta cut it.
Very thin. So just lightly toast both sides of the bread.
Should I write down that pasta?
Yeah.
Jewish. Should I just write Jewish immigrant Samuel Gompers, or can I just write
No,
Samuel
just
Gompers?
Samuel Gompers.
Am I saying it right? Samuel Gompers.
Looks like it.
Oh yeah. Is the Gompers has to be a place, like the G, because it's a name. You have to learn my vocab or spelling it.
I don't have any spelling to do.
Yeah. Cleaned out.
Was you supposed to have that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, large number of trades and crafts. Is that the membership?
If it talks about the membership, then yes. If it says membership of somewhere around that same area, then that's probably what you're looking for.
Literally, there's a tiny subject about it. Because look at it. It's the American Federation, the TA, and then it goes to the next page of women's rights and
Yeah.
worker.
Yeah, it says the AFL represented skilled workers in a large number of trades and crafts. And then this one represented workers. Yeah, I guess so. Are you done with that?
Favorite part of it.
She's been playing with the egg down there.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm not supposed to like
There's only a few pages in here.
not a few papers. Trades and crafts is the membership, right?
I think.
That's the only thing I see for anything close to that.
Okay,
That's a good trade. That's like creating something and then having it as the trade. That's a good idea. Now, time to find the Knights of Labor. I think that's in the night. Isn't that in the women's rights?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, I'm trying to include you.
I know, well, I haven't really read that. You try to answer to the best of your ability and then we'll go.
This is wrong.
No.
I want to make sure I get it first time. Now all I have to do is find the Knights of Labor. Unions take action. Maybe it's that. Wait. Don't think it's gonna be there. Does it look for Knights of Labor? Knights of Labor, that's all I need to know. Totally. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with sweatshops. Or the growth, or is it the growth of labor unions? Probably the industrial workforce, huh? Wait, industrial workforce. Probably. Read the titles, people. Don't be me and not read the titles. Read the titles. I remember liking the Knights of stuff. I don't get it. Freaking, I don't get how women get like paid. Why are they so like treated unfairly?
I told you it was because I think because we only have like we can only partially
I'm not
contribute.
And they're just talking about the pay and talking about everything, the rights.
Yeah,
Is that the enough for you?
I think so.
I did the best that I could.
They're not. Wait.
No.
Okay, so yeah, just toast both
Wow.
sides, and then flip it over to however you're gonna do it permanently. Put the cheese on there, let it start to melt. Put the egg on there. Put the other bread, and then flip it.
To do both sides, or I'll just do 2 sandwiches.
Okay, I just said toast both sides.
Okay.
Oh, the
Is
holy
it on?
order,
It's supposed to be.
also known as the noble and holy order of the Knights of Labor. Found it.
Okay,
Talented. Nice. Players. Let me get over here so people can see me. Shit, I lost it. Employers could fire workers who joined labor organizations. For this reason, the Knights met secretly and used special handshakes to identify one another. Under the leadership of Terence V. Powdery.
there you go. What I like to do is I
There's
like
something
to
right.
underline those things so that if you have to go back and find them again, you got it.
Leadership of Terence V. Powdery. Knights of Holiness. They deserve respect. Because they're like the first order of knights or something. If I remember right.
Well, it's for labor unions. They weren't real knights. They were just,
Too bad.
you know,
Terence.
that's what they were called.
That's too bad.
V.
I don't think I'll do too bad of a job on this.
That's a weird name. Are you sure they're not real knights? Because they have like names like them.
You like to use more.
Yes.
V. Powdery. Are you sure they're not? Because that kind of sounds like a.
Are you going to use 2 eggs per sandwich thing?
If you want me to. Or if you do
Members.
one, then we can just, if you want another one, we can have another one.
I don't want to have more bread, though.
Okay, then I can do 2 eggs, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I see it instantly. They encourage women, African Americans, immigrants, and unskilled laborers to join their union. That's not their membership?
So just write down the types of members.
Type of members. Women, African American. African American. Ah, man, I did not hold my finger on the page. It's so weird. Every single knight of sorts has like names pretty similar. Immigrants. Immigrants. And unskilled laborers. Ouch. So that'd be my life. I'd be unskilled less. Labor. Yeah, that's like me. Because I don't like doing labor. Done.
Okay.
No, it's exactly 40 minutes in.
Okay, well, you haven't finished this. You have 4 and 5. And then that whole lesson is done. And then we're on to another part. Okay, so finish those 2.
Okay.
And you want
I got
this
this.
is one sandwich, right?
I
They're
got
both toasted. You put it
All right.
together,
Identifying
right?
I mean, I
effects.
guess if you don't have enough
What
space.
was one major effect on the tragic deaths?
So,
of
okay,
the
so what I told you to
triangle?
do, very specific.
Yes.
To heat it up until there's a
Right.
crunchy on it, and then
So,
I just tuned it over.
And then you're going to place the cheese on there and let it melt. And then the or if you want to do
What?
2, do egg,
One
then
major
cheese,
effect.
and then you put it together. And you flip it. And so
Look
I
into
guess,
this.
I guess it is going to be one sandwich at a time. But you could have done a couple. If you had put 2 more pieces of bread in, you could do a couple.
what's this question,
But
Mom?
not waste time.
What was one major effect of the tragic deaths in the Triangle Shirtwaist Company fire? Okay, what's the tragic thing of death?
One major effect. Okay, well, I think that's how
Losing
the
workers?
No, I think that's how the labor unions were formed.
Reformed.
But you have to go back and find out about that. It says the unions take action. I'm looking now for the clues saying
Tragic deaths.
some sort of shirt thing, right?
Yeah. Shirtwaist Company.
Because it says managers at Carnegie Steel Plant. I don't remember reading any of these things. Okay, can you go put her in a carrier or something?
Yeah.
So she stays out of the way.
I know, baby. Now, this is better.
And you need to make sure those are really crispy. So what
Yeah.
level do you have it at?
It's 350.
Okay, so we see about Pullman Railroads. And it says, what effects did the Hawkeye Haymarket riot have?
Okay.
I think we missed a bunch of reading material here, Tristan. Union involvement and violence turned public feeling against workers and unions in the late 1800s, yet the AFL survived. By 1904, claimed 1.6 million members and remained a significant force in the industry. Because, I mean, we didn't read any of this. Listen to this. The rights of working women. I made up my mind to see for myself the conditions described. Accordingly, I got a job and mingled with the workers in the mill and their homes. I found that children of 6 and 7 years of age were dragged out of bed at 4:30 in the morning when the taskmaster's whistle blew. They ate their scanty meal of black coffee and cornbread mixed with cottonseed oil in place of butter, and off-trots the whole army of serfs, big and little. By 5:30, they were all behind the factory walls, where amid the whir of machinery, they grind their young lives out for 14 long hours each day.
I remember learning about kids should not work past 10 hours.
Yeah, and that was way too much still.
That's a whole day.
As one looks on the brood of helpless human souls, one could almost hear their voices cry out, "Be still a moment, O you iron wills of capitalistic greed, and let us hear each other's voices. Let us feel for a moment that this is not all of life." Okay.
That is what is disgusting. That
Women also formed their own unions. In 1911, fire broke out at the Triangle Shirtwaist Company,
That's
a New
it.
York sweatshop located on the top 3 floors of a 10-story building.
they lost.
Workers, mostly
this.
young immigrant women, were trapped. Survivors reported that some of the doors leading out were locked. Nearly 150 workers died,
Oh, yeah.
many jumping out of the windows.
I read that.
The disaster led the International Ladies Garment Workers Union to push for a safer working environment. So that was the effect. It said they pushed
created
for
a
they pushed. The disaster led the International Ladies Garment Workers Union to push for safer working environment. So there you go.
Okay.
There's your answer.
Let me find this on the underline. I remember.
So did you put egg first and then that and then
No, I didn't on this one because I did the.
You did it wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be good. You know why?
Then do you just want one egg for now, and you can have the other one?
I guess, yeah. I'm not gonna eat more bread though.
No. I bet you can just have egg also.
I just thought it might kind of make up for the lack of like.
I know, and I meant to do it that way, and I
Next day.
didn't. So the next ones will be. So I'll have that one.
So you see, everybody, it's a genetic thing within our family that you don't listen to details. Or what the
Here,
hell
I'm gonna
I
do it
say.
the other way for mine, and then I'll do you guys' right. That way, you don't waste any.
I remember reading this. The weird unidentified person threw a bomb. You know, why do people have to be like this?
I don't know, Kristen, but just focus on the task or we're never going to get done today. When your teachers used to talk to you, this was the main thing that they would say, that you just get hung up on all of the details, and I understand that. I don't care why people are like that. They've already been like that. They're going to be like that. Just answer the freaking questions, okay? Focus.
Can you put me on the page?
We have all of Sunday to talk about why people are the way.
But I like to do this on
doesn't
live stream.
matter. Well, you have to drag them into it and depress them too. Don't depress the viewers.
Yeah.
Just do the work.
Not like anybody's watching.
See you later.
Good day.
Yeah, this is gonna be completely on the internet forever.
You didn't even put me on the right page. Didn't say anything about what you just said because I'm trying to underline it.
Want me to find it again?
Please. Wait, is it right here?
I mean,
no. My viewers can handle it. Else I shouldn't be viewing it. Don't you mean your viewers? Why am I doing
they're
this?
looking at you. You don't know why you
Smart.
do the things that you do.
Smart.
Right here. It's in this area. Right here. Right in that area.
Okay.
So I can guarantee I'm giving you more attention than your school is.
That'd be
I've ripped that school so much on this channel now.
yeah, emotional damage.
It's like, I don't give anymore. I'm going to say the same thing tomorrow that I said yesterday about that school.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So when you're done with those two questions, those last
The
questions, then
Disaster-led international ladies garment is England to push for a safer environment. All right, boom! I found it. I'm smart. No denying it.
You are smart.
There's
You know
no
that.
denying it.
you're also just too compassionate. You want to like figure out why people do the things that they do, and it's like it doesn't matter. It's already been done. You know it, learn it. Don't repeat it. Are you done?
No, I just underlined it all. I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to rewrite it.
Yeah, I mean you're late. Yeah, this isn't your late.
I'm gonna pass it out.
You're almost there.
Oh, I'm not even looking at the right area. I'm gonna cry my. Alright. Where is it? Compassion.
I think it's studying throughout the breaking stuff too, so it's like I can't imagine the kids that don't do anything but screw around all day.
Makes me
Wow.
sick.
We have to come back to this nonsense. And
What about the I-L? I-L. G W.
No. Yeah.
All right, finally on the last freaking question. 5. Summarizing. Complete the table to describe 3 major strikes of the period and whether or not they helped or helped the cause of the striking workers. Strike. Hayman Square, year 1886. Result. Success or failure? This world's a failure. So let's.
That's probably going to be in the section that's called Labor Unions Take Action. So just go find that date.
1877, I found.
That would have been going along with the labor unions for quite a while.
1886. Workers? I heard.
Yeah, I know.
Oh!
But I'm melting it, and then you put the other piece of thing on, right? And then you put it all together and flip it.
Several.
The other egg.
Yeah, I still have the other egg on.
Oh, did you already do one?
Yeah, it's right there.
They protested. Failure.
Fail?
Yeah, because they protested. Complete the table to describe 3 major strikes in the period and whether or not they helped or the cause of the strike.
Okay, so yeah, the strike, the event, they protested. Did the protest work to get them what they wanted?
As the police ordered the crowd to break up, an unidentified person threw a bomb that blast touched off a riot. When it was over, I know a lot of people were injured, and more people were injured than died. I mean, more people died.
I would say that that's kind of a failure because more people got hurt than
more people died than they got hurt. So yeah, Homestead, 1892. It'll be later here. 1892. The managers. Nah. And the strike. Okay, this one was a success. In 1882, more people were hired and got paid more.
What did they do? What kind of
strike? What
kind of strike did they do? They just not come to work? Does it even specify?
Doesn't even specify. Hold on. In response, the union called a strike.
So just a strike. Okay. So that one was a success.
The workers did a strike.
So let's go to the dog strike.
Yeah, they're soft.
In 1894, literally 2 years later, there's another strike. And there's no.
When you're done there, I will give you a cool little piece of ancient history.
Okay, is it Egypt?
Yep.
Yay! The company cut. Oh my god! 2 years later, they cut their wages again. Wow, it only lasted about 2 years.
Yeah, it's always the corporate always does things for appearance. There's no real.
That was a fail.
Validity behind it. That was a fail because they increased wages again, not 2 years later.
They cut the wages.
They cut the wages. Excuse me. Okay.
Okay, fine. Are you interested?
Fail.
We're almost done here, and then we'll eat.
Okay. And then what's next object?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
The workers.
Wait for my food.
Again. It failed because guess what? They freaking shut the whole thing down.
Yep.
Boom.
All right, so shut that up, and I'll give you this little factoid involving the first strike in history. Sit up. You gotta stop doing that. The first recorded strike in history was in ancient Egypt, supposedly when they're building the pyramids.
Yeah.
And over 36,000 people went on strike the same day because there was so many deaths and so much sickness and not the proper working conditions. So yeah, 36,000 people decided they were not going to work that day.
So that's a strike.
Yeah, that was a strike.
3 strikes. They're out.
There you go. So there's your food.
Thank you for watching, everyone.